Over time, musical styles in Egypt have evolved, and today a new generation of young musicians have emerged. One of them is Shahira Kamal, who is a local Cairo underground musician. We met up with her at the Arcade Gallery to find out more about her musical style. Shahira, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm feeling kind of cool because it's not every day I get to meet an underground musician.
I'm glad you
It's
like
kind
that.
of edgy. What exactly does that mean to be an underground musician?
Well, an underground musician, first of all, is independent. So it's fine. An underground musician is not supported financially by any like production company or sponsorship. Usually we take care of our production from A to Z or through our friends or music producers. It's usually like a community development project.
What is the goal of that? Is it one day to be above ground?
Well, the goal is to succeed generally. So you always want to reach people and have a bigger fan base. Be it above ground, below ground, these are just terminologies for us. As a musician, you're really happy when people listen to you, aside from anything. And platforms are now very diverse, like you have the social media, you have venues where you play live music. So it's not that much about being commercial or mainstream, it's just about reaching people.
Now, I understand in Egypt, underground music has become really popular over the recent years. How did this happen?
Well, I suppose from my point of view, it started with the revolution. Underground scene was there way before the revolution, definitely, but some venues opened up and the liberty to express became bigger, where the underground musicians came up and they started having a platform to play music and be listened to, and add to that the social media and how it's easy to spread through it on all levels. So bit by bit, it just became really strong and powerful, actually.
Is there a defining musical style to this contemporary underground scene?
I suppose most of the underground scene has a fusion of a bit of the Western music and the Egyptian culture. Add to that the Egyptian lyrics as well.
What about for yourself? How did you get started becoming a musician?
Well, it took me a long time to come out and say that I actually sing, but this actually happened like around 10 years ago or less. And when I started believing in what I present and working with my friends on music, because lucky me, I have a community of artists and musicians who were very encouraging. And bit by bit, I made this music video with a friend of mine who's a very, very famous Egyptian musician and part of a huge band called Cairo. It's one of the major underground bands in Egypt. And he rose as well in the same area at the same time of the revolution. And we collaborated in a song, and then the song became a hit. And then I was like, oh, maybe I can do that. So, and it worked, yeah.
How would you define your musical style, your own personal style?
I'm always also not sure how to define it, because the genres are, it's not one genre. I'm not playing jazz, I'm not playing rock, I'm not playing Egyptian pure music. So I would say it's an indie style of indie pop, maybe, yeah.
And what are the themes that you love to sing about?
I really like singing about very personal experiences, and also I like adding a lot of sarcasm to my music, so I make fun of some of the trends happening lately, and then I bring out certain aspects of our life in Egypt and I highlight it in a bit of a funny way.
Since I cannot understand Arabic, can you give me a translation of some of these sarcastic snippets in your...
I have a song that people really like. It's about the trends. So everybody lately is going to, for example, meditation and yoga. So the song is about me trying out many things to find happiness. And all of those things are very costly. So I end up very depressed. So whether it's meditation, yoga, you have to pay a lot for all of that. Or to go play kite surfing. These are all trends happening in Egypt.
How do you reconcile that with your own lifestyle, though? It sounds kind of bohemian, right?
Yes,
so, I mean, can you
because
sustain it?
I go through everything I sing, honestly, and yeah, so far I still go through personal experiences, and it's all coming from my life. Whether even if it's about a breakup or a love relationship or about a state of confusion or philosophy, it's always something coming out of my personal thoughts and questionings. Yeah.
So, like, say we're friends and we have a fight. Next day, I will
You
end
never
up
know.
being your
You
song.
don't want to go there.
Oh, that girl, she was no good.
You'll be all over the place.
Now, in terms of contemporary mainstream music, though, where do you think the scene is heading in Egypt?
The mainstream scene? Well, honestly, I think the scene in general is heading into many directions. People are starting to listen more to different kinds of music, and which creates more grounds for diverse styles, which is very good. And people need to work on it more, like understand how to listen to something you're not used to and not really your taste, but opening up yourself to do options. Yet, again, every musician has an audience, which is a huge step now. Like 10, 15 years ago, things were very limited, and now it's a different situation.
Who is your key audience?
I guess my key audience is my generation, for example, like 30s, mid-20s, perhaps early 40s. And of course, I don't have this huge base of fans. Like, I don't know, honestly. I go and play in venues, underground venues, which are kind of limited. Still, I'm a little musician.
It sounds very idealistic, like a pursuit of your absolute passion. Does that sit well with your family? Are they supportive of your efforts?
Very, actually. Surprisingly. My siblings, of course, they're supporting me. My mother, at the beginning, she was like, because traditionally here, it's not what families seek as a career, especially that my career in real is art, is an artist, so it makes it even worse though. Where's the corporate life? Where's your monthly income? Like, where's the whole stable shape that families feel comfortable around? So it took her some time to realize that this is actually my thing, but my mother is extremely supportive, and actually she's the reason why I'm what I am right now. It's her fault.
But you've always been drawn to art. You started out actually as a painter,
Yes,
a visual artist.
Yes.
Tell us about some of the work in that field.
Well, I've been studying fine arts when I was a young girl in college, and then I got into corporates for a while, and then I went back to art. I could not stay away from it. It's very challenging, and it needs a lot of patience, just like any freelance job. But at some point, the more you work and the more you pursue jobs and you learn tricks and you know how to establish yourself in the field, it becomes a bit by bit easier, and you're recognized as an artist. So everything else comes out of word of mouth, and your presence is already there, so it becomes much easier. But then again, it's a challenging field. It's a very challenging field, and at the end of the day, you're driven with passion.
Are you still painting today?
Of course, yes. I just finished an art exhibition like last week.
Do we also find the social commentary, satirical paintings?
Yes, a little
What
bit,
style?
but no, it's all collage. My theme, all of it, of the last art exhibition was all about music, and actually it was a fundraising art exhibition. The point behind it was that all the money that I get through this art exhibition will go directly to the recordings of my new album.
And in terms of your music, how many songs have you written since the beginning of your career? Do you know? Yeah, lots.
I don't know, that's
Countless.
a lot. I have a lot in the drawer, and I have a lot out, so my basic set list is around 14 to 16 songs. I play around them. But I have much more hidden, yes.
What would be one of your greatest hits?
Well, there's this song where I'm very sarcastic and everybody loves it. It's about this person in our lives that's always sad and upset, and he doesn't want to do anything, and he doesn't want to solve his issues, but he's always complaining. So you know this person, this friend that you like, but when they start complaining, you just want to, do it. chill and I can't help you, you're not helping yourself. So I'm kind of sarcastic about this. It's about procrastination, yes.
So I noticed some of the guys from your band outside. Would it be possible to get a sample of this underground Egyptian music?
Sure thing. Let me go get the guys.
Awesome, awesome.
وشعور دائم بالتقصير زائد تعبير عن شيل الهم وعمق مبالغ في التفكير. طب بس نفهم ليه دايما شايلنا الهم شايلنا الهم شايلنا الهم شايلنا الهم صاحي من النوم واكل شارب ولا يوم تتنازل للتغيير. عيونك مليانة بؤس حاجة يعني صعيبة.
Wow, that was really amazing. Awesome. Thank you so much. And on that note, we're going to take a short break, but don't go away because when we come back, we're going to take a look at an ancient sport that is still being practiced on the Nile today. Stay tuned.